I am Tapan Kumar Jana. Today we will discuss about plant reproduction. So, what is reproduction? Reproduction is the biological process in which an organism gives rise to young ones or offspring similar to itself. Look at here. Here the animal produce numbers of individuals, and the plants produce many individuals of plant like itself. Why reproduction is essential? Because to ensure its continuity. So reproduction is essential for ensure its continuity. That means consider a mango species, a mango plant. If the mango plant will not reproduce, then what would happen? The mango plant will extinct. So to maintain its continuity, reproduction is essential. Okay. So reproduction in organism is two types. One is asexual reproduction, another one is sexual mode of reproduction. In sexual mode of reproduction, there is involvement of sex organ, and fusion of gametes. Whereas in case of asexual reproduction, there is no involvement of such type of sex organ. Okay. So here today in this video we will discuss about sexual reproduction in flowering plant. Okay. So in this video we will discuss first about flower, how seed and fruits develop from flower, that is seed and fruit formation, then seed dispersal, then seed germination. Sorry, I have forgotten here too. This is seed germination N. Okay. So now look at here. This the parts of the parts of plant. It consists leaf, root, stem. The stem, leaves and roots together known as vegetative part, whereas the flower is known as reproductive part. Okay. So flower is the major reproductive organ. So look at the life cycle of plant. Here the plant consists flower which produce fruit, and the fruit contains seeds which germinate to produce new plant, like this. So these are the events of reproduction. Okay. So these are the events of life cycle of flowering plant. Now, so first we will discuss about structure of flower. Flower structure. Okay. So there is 4 hole present in flower. One is calyx, next one is corolla, then androecium, then gynoecium. Okay. These are the sex organ. Okay. Androecium is male sex organ, whereas gynoecium is female sex organ. You can see here the calyx, or it is otherwise known as sepals. Okay. And corolla is otherwise known as petals. These are the colored petals. Okay. And here is the androecium, and this is gynoecium. These are the sex organ, essential sex organs. And now look at here. This is the structure of stamen or androecium. Here the stamen consists filament and anther. First, the stamen collectively we called androecium, but individual of androecium we called as stamen. Stamen consists anther, okay, and filament. whereas gynecium consists stigma, style, and ovary. The ovary consists ovule. It may be single or many ovule. Whereas anther consists pollen grain. Okay, and this is bisexual flower where both male and female sex organ are present. Now look at here, this is the structure, here is the ovule. Now this is pollen grain produced by the anther. Now the second event is pollination. What is pollination? Transfer of pollen grain from the anther to the stigma of carpel. This pollen transfer to the stigma, then it fuse with ovule. Okay, so then it fuse with egg of ovule. Here this is called fertilization, that is fusion of gametes. Now this transfer of pollen grain from anther to the stigma of same flower, within same flower or in between different flower is called pollination. And most of the pollinating agents are honeybees or insect. Okay. Then after fertilization, the ovary converted into fruit and the ovule changes into seed. Now this ovary changes to fruit and the ovule changes to seed. If there is presence of more than one ovule, then there would be presence of more number of seed in a ovary, in a fruit. Okay, so now seed dispersal. Okay, the transfer of seed from one place to another place is known as seed dispersal, or from the parent plant to the another place. So usually we can see in nature there is random distribution of plant species. Okay, random distribution, they are not in clump like this. Okay, so how they are randomly distributed? They are randomly distributed because of the distribution of seed. And the dispersal of seed is carried out by different factors or by different agents like wind, animal, water, and by the explosion of fruit. First, wind dispersal. When the seed is dispersed or transferred by the wind. Here you can see this is Calotropis procera. In Odia it is known as Araka. Thus, and this is the fruit. Here, thus, in this type of seed dispersal, the seed consists feathery bristles or feathery hairs, which help in flying in wind. Okay, so they help in flying of the seed, and you can see here the tiny particles like structure known as seed. In case of balloon plant, there is same phenomenon. Here you can see the seed consists feathery appearance which help in flying. And in dandelion plant, there is also presence of feathery bristles, and this is the seed. So they are dispersed by wind. Now, dispersal by animals, mostly by birds. Okay, the birds eat the fleshy fruit, or they eat the fleshy fruit when the fruit is dropped from the beak of the birds, or by the fruit is dispersed by the excreta of animals. So they disperse by the animal like this way. Okay. Now come to water dispersal. When seed is dispersed by water or transferred by water. This is called water dispersal. It is usually found in tidal region, the plant present in tidal area. Okay, for example, mangrove and coconut plant. Now come to dispersed by explosion of fruit. You can see here these are pods, okay, and the pods contain seed. The dry pod, at high temperature, the dry pod splitted up and the seed present in the pod scattered around the plants. This is called dispersal by fruit, explosion of fruits. And it is usually found in Phaseolus family like Vinga radiata, that is mung bean. Okay. Now this is all about our dispersal of fruit. Now come to seed structure. In seed structure, let me repeat again. Already I have told you what is seed. Seed is matured ovule, matured ripened ovule. Whereas what is fruit? Fruit is matured ripened ovary. Matured ripened ovary. You can see here. Look at here. This is ovary. Okay, and this is ovule. Ovule become seed. Now, parts of seed. Now come to parts of seed. Seed consist different parts like first seed coat, then embryo, and endosperm. Endosperm may present or may not be present. What is seed coat? It is the outer protecting covering of a seed. Okay, and it is two layered, outer layer and inner layer. Okay, inner layer. The outer layer is called testa and the inner layer is called tegmen. And what is embryo? The embryo is the miniature plant enclosed within the seed coat, or the baby future plant present within the seed. So, okay, enclosed by the protective layer or wall. So, you can see there is presence of embryo. Embryo is newly growing plant or a new future plant or baby plant. This is called embryo. Okay. Now come to parts of embryo. Embryo consists plumule, cotyledon and radicle. Plumule, cotyledon and radicle. When it germinates, when seed germinate, the plumule give rise to shoot system. Plumule give rise to shoot system or stem system. Cotyledon give rise to first leaf. Radicle give rise to root. So, okay, this is the cotyledon leaf and shoot system, and this is root system. Okay. Now, sperm. So, what is endosperm? Endosperm provide nutrition to the embryo. Provide nutrition to the growing embryo. Okay. If endosperm present, then this is called endospermic seed. Endospermic seed. If endosperm absent, then the seed is known as non-endospermic seed. Okay. Now you can ask me, then how embryo gets sufficient nutrition in a non-endospermic seed? In a non-endospermic seed, the food is usually stored in cotyledon, which is utilized by the embryo. Okay, and embryo usually found in inactive state, or it is in dormant state, known as dormant condition. So when seed are placed under suitable condition or favorable environmental condition, the embryo become active due to several physiological changes and seed germination takes place. Now come to types of seed. There is two types of seed. One is monocot seed, another one is dicot seed. In angiosperm there is two types of seed. Monocot seed by monocotyledon or monocotyledon seed. Here the embryo is single cotyledon. Embryo consists single cotyledon. This is single cotyledon. Whereas in dicot, the embryo consists two cotyledon. This is dicot. Okay. So when they germinate, in monocotyledon plant, usually rice, wheat and all grasses. The first in this plant they produce single leaf, whereas in case of dicotyledon plant they produce two leaf. Okay, like this you can see here. This is seed coat, and the deep notch-like structure is hilum, and the small pore-like structure present at the end of the seed called micropyle. Now look at here. Single leaf. They develop first single leaf, known as monocot. All grasses are monocot. And here is the dicot. Two leaves emerge from the seed. Now come to seed germination. What is seed germination? Development of seed into new plant. That means for seed germination there is several factors necessary, such as water, oxygen, temperature, temperature and light. When seed absorb water, then the seed swell, and by several physiological changes, the embryo, first the seed coat ruptured or burst, and the first cotyledon emerge out. The first event is rooting. After rupture of coat, the radicle develop into root, and then the cotyledon emerge out from the seed coat, and finally they produce first leaf, and the cotyledon remain with the plant like this. Okay, so you can see here, first the seed coat is burst, then the root is emerged from the radicle or develop from the radicle, then the cotyledon develop and pushes out from the soil surface to above the soil surface, and finally it become a new plant. So this is all about seed germination. There is two type of seed germination, epigeal and hypogeal germination. Here it is epigeal. We have discussed epigeal type of seed germination. So please subscribe the channel and like and share with your friends, and in the next video we will discuss about vegetative propagation. If you have any doubt, and ask me in comment section. Okay, thank you very much.